time, this is the place where we are gathered, one in your grace. For now is the time, now is the day, when we all share as one the stories of our faith. Now is the time for singing and dancing, now is the time for sharing as one, sharing a life with Christ as the center, sharing a life where all may be one, may be one.
This is the time, this is the place, where we are gathered, one in your grace. For now is the time, now is the day, when we all share as one the stories of our faith.
Now is the time for sharing the harvest. Now is the time for living as one, sharing the fruits and joys of our labor, sharing our gifts together as one, together as one.
This is the time, this is the place, where we are gathered, one in your grace. For now is the time, now is the day, when we all share as one the stories of our faith.
Now is the time for acting with justice. Now is the time to challenge as one. Here we will break the walls that confine us. Here we will fill our hearts with new song, with new song.
This is the time, this is the place, where we are gathered, one in your grace. For now is the time, now is the day, when we all share as one the stories of our faith.
Now is the time for building the kingdom. Now is the time to build a new earth. Here we become a servant for others. Here we will bring your vision to birth. Your vision to birth.
This is the time, this is the place, where we are gathered, one in your grace. For now is the time, now is the day, when we will share as one the stories of our faith. When we will share as one the stories of our faith.
Welcome everyone, welcome to Moneygall, welcome to my home, to my studio. to the farm here, and I'm delighted that you could be with us for this, the second concert that we have done in lockdown. This is the time. What a beautiful message. It's a time for dancing, it's a time for singing. I know it doesn't feel like that a lot of the time these days, but it is a time for that. This concert, as you will have seen in the first song there, I'm being joined by a number of my friends here from Ireland and beyond. I'm going to introduce you to them as we go along. A lot of these are my college friends or people that I've met through music over the years. Have become really good friends of mine. So I'm delighted that they could join in and be part of this concert. Tonight's concert is a benefit concert for As Music Heals. For those of you who don't know what As Music Heals is, it is set up by the Liturgical Composers Forum in the United States to help composers and musicians over there who have lost their jobs and lost their income as a result of COVID-19. It's a good cause. I am a big supporter of the Liturgical Forum, Liturgical Composers Forum, and I want to help them out in whatever way I can, especially those who have or who are struggling as a result of COVID-19. So throughout the concert you will see links to where you can donate. If you can afford anything, please do donate something to help this good cause. There is nothing better. This is the time for singing and dancing, as we're going to be going through the next hour and a bit. So help those out who need to be helped out. The next song we're going to do is based on Psalm 63. It's a beautiful psalm that pines, that longs for God, that we're constantly yearning. My soul is thirsting for you like a dry and weary land. And this is my setting of that psalm, Psalm 63. This is going to be sung by Sinead and Dylan. So hi Sinead.
Hi Ian.
How are you keeping?
I'm great, thank you. Hope you're keeping well.
And hi Dylan.
Hello.
How are you keeping?
I'm doing good, thank you.
I'm delighted that both of you could join with me for the concert here tonight. So this is Psalm 63, My Soul is Thirsting for You.
My soul is thirsting for you. My soul is thirsting for you, O Lord my God. O God, you are my God, I will seek you. For you my soul is thirsty. My body aches for you, like a dry, weary land without water.
My soul is thirsting for you. My soul is thirsting for you, O Lord my God. Oh, let me gaze on you in your temple and see your strength and your glory. Your love is better than life. My lips are full of your praise.
My soul is thirsting for you. My soul is thirsting for you, O Lord my God. Throughout my life I will bless you. My hands are raised in your name. My soul is filled with a banquet. My lips will sing of your glory. My soul is thirsting for you. My soul
of the universe, at the dawn of creation, your spirit breathed on the waters, making them the wellspring of all holiness. You created the oceans and rivers, and all that dwell within them. And at your word, the wind and the waves were born. The seasons follow your plan, and the tides rise and fall on your command. In both calm and storm, you are with us.
My soul is thirsting for you. My soul is thirsting for you, O Lord my God. When I was in college and I was studying Matthew's Gospel, it really struck me the imagery that Matthew uses. It's full of this beautiful, rich imagery and so on that describes the church, describes so many different things. And one of the images that Matthew uses is the image of a boat. And Jesus' invitation to us is to get into that boat, and the boat represents the church. So to get into the boat and to travel along the river of life with Jesus. And if you think about a river, it starts generally as a little trickle and they become vast as they journey towards the sea. And a river goes through many, many, many different stages on that journey. It goes through the rapids, it goes through times where it's very stagnant, it's very slow. It comes across obstacles that it can't go through, so it goes around them. And it goes through different times where it's shallow, it goes through times where it's quite deep. And that's very much a reflection of our life and the life of the church, I suppose, as well. But it's the journey that we go through in our life. When it's in the rapids and everything is going along, the boat just moves, that we don't have to do any work. And that's great. We can sit back and enjoy it. But when the boat gets into still waters, we have to do a bit of work. We have to paddle the boat to get it to move. And sometimes we choose to be in that boat. Other times we might choose to be outside the boat, walking along on the edge, the riverbank, as the boat's moving along, and we can jump in and out of the boat when it suits us. And that's very much, that reflects our huge journey on it. And that image really, really struck a chord with me when I was in college, way back in 1997. And one day I was sitting down, and I love Irish music, and this traditional Irish tune called Red is the Rose was going around in my head, and a text started to craft itself, and that became the song known as Love is the Boat for the Journey. And we're going to do that now, and it's going to be sung with, I'm going to sing it with two of my good friends. First of all, Cathal, who was in college with me back then. So hi Cathal.
Hi Ian.
How are you keeping?
I'm really great, thanks. Just to say, it's a real pleasure and an honour to sing for you again.
And secondly, we're going all the ways over to Texas to an Irishman who's living in Texas now, Joey, a good friend of mine. So Joey, how are you doing?
Really, really well, thank you.
You are the way to heaven's yielding fold. You are the truth, bringing freedom. You are the life burning deep within our hearts. For you are the boat for the journey. You are the stream where flows the path of life, guiding the way for disciples. sing, for you are the boat for the journey. We'll sing the song of never-ending joy, filled with the truth of your gospel. With faith, hope, and love, we claim your living word. For you are the boat for the journey. Love is the boat for the journey. The Hail Mary prayer stems from two passages in the Gospel of Luke. The first one is in Luke 1:28, where it says, "Hail, full of grace, the Lord is with you." The angel says this to Mary. This is when the angel Gabriel greeted Mary, which we know as the Annunciation. And the second passage is in Luke 1:42, and it says, "Blessed are you among women, and blessed is the fruit of your womb." And these are the words that Elizabeth spoke to Mary when Mary visited her and greeted her. These two phrases became the basis of what we call now the Hail Mary. In the early church, the prayer was just composed of those two verses. And it wasn't until much later on that it got fleshed out into the prayer that we have now. And it wasn't until the Council of Trent that it was officially kind of settled on. And it became what we know as now as the Hail Mary, the Ave Maria. That prayer was later introduced into the Roman Catholic Breviary, which is the prayer book of the Catholic Church, in around 1500s, and after that it became very widely known. The Hail Mary is also the basis of the Rosary, and the Rosary is something that's very, very precious to a lot of, especially Irish people. But it's also something that was very special to the Dominican order. Saint Dominic was entrusted with the Rosary by Mary. And the prayer is something that's always kind of sat with me as being a prayer of pure beauty. And a couple of years ago, when playing the piano, a melody evolved for it. And when I wrote it, I always had a couple of people in mind for it. I had Dylan, who has sung for me on numerous occasions and has got a beautiful voice and is training to be a professional singer. So I always envisaged Dylan as being the soloist in the first verse. And then two friends of mine that were also in college around the same time as me, Adele and Joanna, have a beautiful tone together, and I got them to sing verse 2 in harmony. So we're going to sing that for you now. So I'd like to introduce you to Adele. Hi, Adele.
Hello, how are you?
And I'd like to introduce you to Joanna. Hi, Joanna.
Hi, Ian.
And I hope you're both keeping well.
I wish I were down with you recording this music, but instead I'm at home singing this beautiful music. Thanks a million, Ian.
Oh, I'm great. I'm so delighted to be part of this. Thank you so much for having me.
This is Hail Mary, Ave Maria.
Fruit of your womb, Jesus.
If you were to ask most Catholics or most Christians what's their favourite psalm, they probably will say Psalm 23. It is one of the most beloved and beautiful psalms. And as someone who lives on a farm who has sheep, I have had a whole new understanding of what it means to be a shepherd. And the care and needs that you need to put into the flock as you lead them and guide them and look after their health and well-being. It's a beautiful imagery for us as Christians. We are led by Jesus, who is our shepherd, and we as the flock, we need Jesus to guide us, to bring us to good pastures, to fresh waters, to places where we can flourish. So this psalm has taken on a whole new meaning for me. And myself and Eileen Bird and Kate Cuddy have been working on a collection of improvisations on Irish airs, and it's finished. It's just after being released, and you will hear one of these songs later on when Eileen and Kate join us. But this next song is also from that collection. But before we actually started recording it as an instrumental album, it was in my head. I think the first time that I heard this tune, the words of Psalm 23 started to weave itself into the music. And this is the final version of it. This is Psalm 23, With You as My Shepherd, and it's going to be sung by Joanna, who I always had in mind to sing this because she's just got one of those beautiful voices. So this is sung by Joanna and myself. I hope you like it. This is Psalm 23.
With you as my shepherd, Lord, I shall lack nothing. You cool, breezy pastures, my soul finds its rest. With you as my shepherd, Lord, I shall lack nothing. You cool, breezy pastures, my soul finds its rest. You lead me to
Table of plenty, a banquet of love in the sight of my foes. My head you anoint with oils that will soothe me. My cup overflows with goodness and tempt me forever, every day of my life. Your goodness I see, in your house I will dwell forever and ever, for you are my shepherd, you're all that I want. With you as my shepherd, Lord, I shall be. You cool, breezy pastures, my soul finds its rest. With you as my shepherd, Lord, I shall be. You cool, breezy pastures, my soul finds its rest. 2 years ago, I released a collection called As Nighttime Falls, which is a whole setting of night prayer. And I'm going to do a couple of these songs from that night prayer collection for you today. The first of which is one of the hymns called Keep Watch. And this is going to be sung by Joey and also a good friend of mine, Laura. So let's say hello to Laura. Hi, Laura.
Hi, Ian.
How are you keeping?
I'm really good, thanks. And as always, it's a pleasure to be invited to perform some of your beautiful music.
So this is Keep Watch.
Now day is done, and soon I see your angels watch to keep, to guard my head and guide my feet until, oh Lord, we meet. Lord, keep watch while I'm sleeping, be near in my dreaming, and keep me safe through the night. May your angels protect me, my soul guarded safely, and wake me with morning light. I have done
first collection I did for GIA Publications was The Source of Life, and one of the songs from that is You Are Good to Me. And it's a song really of praise about all the good things that God has done for us. And it also kind of draws its images from Moses parting of the sea, and also the calming of the storm that happens when Jesus and the disciples are out of the boat. This is going to be sung by myself and my good friend Kim. So hi Kim.
Hi Ian. Thanks Ian for inviting me to take part in this lovely concert.
This is You Are Good to Me. God, you are good to me. Your love will guide me home. God, you are good to me. Your love will guide me home. Your love will guide me home. Waters may gather on either side, but you will show the way, clearing a path which sets me free from all that brings me harm. God, you are good to me. Your love will guide me home. God, you are good to me. Your love will guide me home. Your love will guide me home. Storm clouds may gather and waves collide, but you will keep me warm, sheltered from winds that tear me down, safe within your arms. God, you are good to me. Your love will guide me home. God, you are good to me. Your love will guide me home. Your love will guide me home. Come sing your praise, all you people. Oh, cherish the life you have. Open your hearts to the reign of God, that the seed of faith may thrive. God, you are good to me. Your love will guide me home. God, you are good to me. Your love will guide me home. Your love will guide me home. This next song is a newish song from me. It's based on the beautiful prayer of Teresa of Avila, that Christ has no body now on earth but yours. And, you know, in this world right now, I really wish and I pray that we all would believe this, because we are the hands and the feet of Christ. We are the eyes of compassion. We are the the hands which create beauty, but we're also, unfortunately, all of those things that create destruction as well. But I pray that we will become hands that are full of beauty, feet and body that is full of love. Christ has no body now on earth. Nobody, no one but us. When I wrote this song, I had a young man in mind for it. I heard this guy singing at the Religious Education Congress in LA, and I was very struck by the beauty of his voice and his ability, and I've subsequently became friends with him and got to know him. So when I wrote this song, it very much in my head was to be sung by him. So I'm delighted that Harrison is able to join us. So hi Harrison over there in LA.
Hello.
How are you keeping?
I'm doing fine.
I really am delighted that you were able to do this for us. This is Christ Has No Body Now But Yours.
Christ has no body now but yours, no hands, no feet but yours. Yours are the eyes with which he looks, compassion on this world. Christ has no body now but yours. Christ has no love on earth but yours, no peace, no on earth but yours. Yours are the hands with which he holds the beauty of this world. Christ has no love on earth but yours.
So we're going to listen to one of these improvs that myself, Kate and Eileen have been working on. So let's head all the ways over to Eileen and Kate over in the United States. Hi Eileen and Kate, how are you?
Hello Ian.
Hi Ian.
Nice to be with you.
I'm super excited that this project is finally released and available for people. So tell us, which improvisation are you going to play for us, and what's the title of it?
We're going to be playing improvisation number 13, otherwise known as Sally Gardens.
Wasn't that just beautiful? Thank you, Kate. Thank you, Eileen, for that wonderful rendition of the Sally Gardens. When I was a young boy, my parents used to tell us when we went to bed that we had to say this prayer. Now as I lay me down to sleep, I pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I should die before I wake, I pray to God my soul to take. And every night I used to pray it. Just before going to bed. And it's funny the way, you kind of forget these prayers as you grow up, but somewhere in the back of your head, you never actually forget them. This is a prayer that stems from the 18th century, And a couple of years ago, I was doing the liturgy and music for the Dominican Sisters chapter in Dublin, and we were staying in a retreat centre. And one of the evenings, I was outside going for a walk in the grounds, and I came across this field, and it was full of daisies. And it was evening time, it was late in the evening, and I was really struck by all the daisies close their heads and bow their heads down, close their petals, sorry, and bow their heads down. And as I was watching this, that prayer came back to me, and a tune came back to it. Now as I lay me down to sleep. So I went back to my room and I picked up my guitar and I wrote this song, which is part of the Night Prayer project now, and probably is responsible for the whole Night Prayer project becoming what it became. This is a hymn for bedtime.
Lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I should die before I wake, I pray to God my soul to take.
If I should live for other days, I pray the Lord to guide my ways. So safe I am within your sight. Now let me safely sleep tonight. Totally unrelated to that Night Prayer project, this next song is a setting of Psalm 141. Let my prayer rise to you like incense, let it rise. Beautiful, beautiful prayer. That imagery is beautiful. And this is from the collection In Beauty We Walk. This is very much a contemporary setting of that psalm. This is Let My Prayer Rise to You.
Let my prayer rise to you like incense, let it rise. Let my prayer rise to you like incense, let it rise.
Lord, One of the most difficult things for us to do as composers is to write music for occasions and liturgies that we do not want to write them for. One of those liturgies or those occasions is for the death of a child. There is nothing more painful for families, for everyone involved, than the death of a young child, no matter what age they are, whether they're newly born or a couple of years old. And I'm a great fan of Shirley Arena Murray's texts. And one evening I was looking through one of her collections of texts, and I was very struck by this text. Little one born to bring us such love, little one wrapped around by our prayer, given and taken, lighting our life. Now we return you into God's care. It really struck a chord with me. And I sat at the piano, and this tune married itself to that text. This is Little One Born.
Little one born to bring us such love, little one wrapped around by our prayer, giving and taking, lighting our life. Now we return you into God's care.
Dear God, as this child is held close to your heart to comfort our pain, we to our children, children of time, needing to turn and trust you again. Cancel our anger, temper our tears, banish the blame we keep to our cause. Tell us the words we long to believe, never a child of yours will be lost. Holy and tender Spirit of God, you do not leave us struggling alone. Sleeping or waking, bless us with peace. Take him and fold him, he is your own.
The past few months have been a real struggle for us, I think. We've all had to readjust our lives, find new ways to do things. This current pandemic is really affecting everybody's life. And no more so than those who have lost loved ones during this time. Many of those who have died have gone before their time. It's been too early, it's been too sudden, but this virus is ruthless. It knows no boundaries. And I'd like to sing this next song
which is called The Warm Embrace of Jesus' Arms. And I'd like to dedicate it to all those who have sadly passed away as a result of this virus. This is The Warm Embrace. Now the time has come, my life's complete. I depart this place, my Lord to greet. Through the window of my heart I'll see all the wondrous things you've done for me.
Darkness comes, I know I'll be an angel for the Lord to see. All my memories I truly keep as I travel through my life in sleep.
My heart will sing of joyful days, when all I am is all I take, to the place where all are safely home, in the warm embrace of Jesus' arms. Now I know I've gone before my time, but my dreams of life, they so live on. So keep fond of me the memories, for I look on you with gentle peace. My heart will sing of joyful days, when all I am is all I take, to the place where all are safely home, in the warm embrace of Jesus' arms. In the presence of the Mighty One, I will tell of all that life has done. All my thoughts and dreams I do believe, and the aching heart has now I read. My heart will sing of joyful days, when all I am is all I take, to the place where all are safely home, in the warm embrace of Jesus' arms. My heart will sing of joyful days, when all I am is all I take, to the place where all are safely home, in the warm embrace of Jesus' arms. To the place where all are safely home, in the warm embrace of Jesus' arms. in Luke's Gospel, there's a beautiful, beautiful hymn, and it's prayed by Simeon. Now, Simeon was told that and promised by the Holy Spirit that he would not die until he has seen the Messiah. And Simeon was in the temple when Mary and Joseph came to present the infant Jesus for the rite of purification. That's a Jewish ritual which every child had to go through. Simeon recognized Jesus, and he took him into his arms, and as he raised him, or as he held him, he sang this hymn of praise. Lord, let your servant now go in peace.
Lord, let your servant go in peace. Lord, let your servant go in peace, as you promised, as you promised. Let your servant go in peace. For my eyes have seen your salvation, which you have prepared for all, a light to enlighten the nations and give glory to your people Israel.
Lord, let your servant go in peace. Lord, let your servant go in peace. As you promised, let your servant go in peace.
Let your heart be free of all trouble. Trust in God and trust in me. In God's house the dwellings are plenty, with a place for all who love and trust in God.
Lord, let your servant go in peace. Lord, let your servant go in peace. As you promised, let your servant go in peace.
So that brings us to the end of our concert. I hope that you have enjoyed it as much as we have enjoyed making it. It's been wonderful. Please pardon the varying different qualities in sound as people are recording locally from their own homes, just using their phones and so on. I think this is probably the first virtual choir concert that has happened. I think it's been wonderful. I really, really want to thank each and every one of those who have been involved in helping to make this happen. So a huge thank you to everybody in the choir, to Adele, Joanna, Richard, Laura, Kim, Sinead, Dylan, Joey, Harrison, have I forgotten somebody? Cahill. Just a huge thank you to all of you and to everybody else. Credits will catch everybody at the end. Especially thank you to you for joining us, and I hope that you have enjoyed this. Please remember, this is a benefit concert for As Music Heals, so if you haven't, please make a donation if you can afford it. It does help those who have been furlonged as a result of COVID-19. We're going to finish up the night with a brand new piece. This is Tell the Good News